when I speak to mayors across the country, from Manchester to Liverpool to Birmingham, we think we could have helped the government more had they asked us and let us help them in relation to the health consequences of the pandemic, but also the economic consequences as well. Heartbreaking, because many of these deaths were preventable and need not have happened had the government done the right things around personal protective equipment, around a test trace system that works, around making sure they follow the advice of the experts, having lockdowns earlier, listen to the advice of Sage, and not doing so many U-turns and so forth. Pride, because of the response of fellow Londoners and people across the country. You know, this pandemic has exacerbated and exposed the inequalities in our society. But pride at our doctors, many of them, by the way, of Asian origin, our nurses, many of them, by the way, of Asian origin, our transport workers, our shop workers, our teachers, those who work in care homes, many from our ethnic origin, from our faith, going above and beyond to serve our community, knowing by doing so they're taking a risk with their personal well-being. And so, you know, it's heartbreaking when you see the lives lost. It's heartbreaking when you realise how many could have been prevented. But a sense of pride.
Did the government play politics with people's lives by not trusting you, by not taking you into the fold, by not helping you as much as they could have done?
I think it's more of a command and control mentality, not wanting to give power away. Not simply me. You speak to the Conservative mayor in West Midlands or the Labour mayor in Greater Manchester or whatever. I'm not sure if it's necessarily party politics. I mean, Boris Johnson at the moment clearly is concerned about his legacy. We've embarrassed him over the last 5 years by doing a lot more than he did. So he clearly takes it personally. I'm not sure it's necessarily party political. I think it's the government not having a proper plan. The government almost fallen asleep at the wheel. The government not realising that the health of individuals is interlinked with the health of the economy, and the government failing to follow the advice of, for example, Sage and others. So there'll be a day of reckoning. There'll be a public inquiry. I'll, of course, be more than happy to give evidence to that.